Mr. Two-Way here for Black Two-Way TV. Today I'm going to bring you on my journey to the Kriss Vector carbine. So here it is, what you need to have to start your very own Kriss Vector build. You'll need your lower receiver, upper receiver, and stock. Normally you could buy them fully assembled for around $1,500, but during these times you'll be lucky if you can find one for under $2,000. And just a heads up, all the ones you see for $650, trust and believe, they're only 22s. And I didn't want a 22. I also didn't want to spend $2,000. So this is when I started my journey to the Kriss Vector. So let's start with the most important, and at $1,000, the most expensive piece, this unconventional lower receiver. For those of you familiar with firearms, you know why I say that. This is the only part you'll need to go through your FFL, and it's where you load your magazine. Aside from that though, it took a couple detours. Right off the bat, you'll notice the 16-inch barrel. And before you ask, no, it is not a suppressor. It's just a barrel shroud. Not a suppressor. Shh. Moving a little further down, you'll find your charging handle, the bolt catch, and here is your magazine release. Now let's really get into what makes the Kriss Vector so interesting. It has a bolt that cycles back and down. Matter of fact, let me just take it out for you and show you. Just push out this pin. Pull it out. Here's your recoil system, and there's your bolt. Now, you can see that track right there. All you have to do, slide your bolt back in. Push your pin back through. Which brings me to the first issue you're going to run into when you buy the lower receiver. The lower receiver only comes with one push pin to hold in the recoil system. You need 3 more push pins to attach the upper and lower receiver together. Here's where I'm going to save you some time and a headache. On Kriss's website, you can buy packs of 2 push pins for $27. And it's pretty much the same thing everywhere else I look. 2 packs, 2 packs. That doesn't help me. I didn't want to pay $54 just so I can have an extra push pin. Then I came across e-Vike. Now a lot of people might know e-Vike in the airsoft world, but guess what? They had 3 push pins for $10. So, if you want to pay $40 more just so you can have an extra push pin, or pay $10 and get exactly what you need. It's a no-brainer to me. And they look just like regular push pins, so I'm going to try them out. And I'll let you know how they work. Okay, now that we have what we need to connect the receivers, let's look at the also unconventional upper receiver. And here's another weird thing. The trigger is on the upper receiver. Initially, I wanted the combat gray. They ran about $300, but nobody had them in stock at the time. And be careful, because there are sites out there where you think you're buying an upper receiver for $75 to $100, but it's really just a shell. Then I came across this site that had the white one for $200. And as you might have noticed, I like a good deal. Continue. Here you can see the enclosed grip. The trigger has an ambidextrous safety. Here's the hammer, your trigger group, your shell case ejection port. And if you'll notice at the bottom of the grip, there's a cover you can take off. There's a little compartment. Store, I guess, whatever you want in there. Full Picatinny rail on top. You wouldn't get any of that if you just had the shell. And here's where the next issue comes into play. So I really like how this stock looked, and I found it for $70, while it was $90 and up everywhere else. Thankfully, it already came with a push pin. If that wasn't the case, I might have actually bought 2 of those 2-packs of push pins and wouldn't even have looked for the 3-pack. Then again, knowing me, even as eager as I was, I still would have searched for the best deal and probably would have just bought 2 of those 3-packs for $20 and would have had 2 extra push pins. But as you can see, they don't go together. I need an adapter. Because, you know, that eagerness I was just talking about, when I bought it, I wasn't paying attention if there's hinged upper receivers and those that are not. Honestly, when I saw hinged, I thought it was referring to how it connected to the lower receiver. Wrong. Wrong. So if you're looking to build one yourself, just be mindful of that. All part of the journey. Now, if I had an M4 style stock, that would be perfectly fine. But since I already had this folding stock, I need to find an adapter. The crazy thing is, I kept coming across the M4 stock adapter, which is what you would use for the hinged version to convert it into an M4 stock. Which leads me to believe there's more hinged versions out there than the style that I got. But I digress. Obviously, I didn't need that. The other one I kept seeing was the ambidextrous folding stock adapter, which would fit into the receiver, then I would have to buy a whole nother stock. And at this point, I was really debating if I should. Even though I don't like how bulky this adapter looked, added to the fact that I'll have to spend even more money buying another stock. When, like I said, I really like the way the one I already have looks. But then I found it, through Facebook no less. Spartan mounts. They have an almost flush fit mount that can connect my receiver and my stock for only $40. Those other 2 adapters I was talking about went anywhere between $50 and $100. So I still came out cheaper than buying the hinged one for $300. I mean, I wouldn't have had this headache, but that's what I'm here for, to prevent you from having to make these pitfalls. So here's what you get from Spartan mounts. The adapter with the gasket around it, screw and an Allen key. And this extra piece. I actually had to email the company to ask about it. They told me it was to attach the Yeti Works tail hook brace so it would latch to the Vector when folded. Okay, now that we finally have everything we need to assemble the Vector, let's hop right in. First, we're going to slide the two receivers together. Take out my pins. Just push them through. Alright. Now that we have that together, just do a little function check. Good to go. Now we can attach the stock adapter. You can see there's a hole towards the top, and there's also a hole inside the receiver that you put the screw in and it ensures that it's lined up properly. You just slide that in. Screw. A little blue Loctite. As we tighten it down, that gasket is going to create a secure seal inside of it. What's that? What's what? Those two holes that's on the bottom. Son of a... Okay, I'm back. So I had to do a little research. You're going to need M3 by 4mm set screws for those holes. None of the hardware stores around me had that size, so I had to buy a pack of 50 off Amazon for $7. Well, I'm only going to need 2. I'm going to have a lot of spares. Alright, let's get back at it. Grab my blue Loctite, 0.5 Allen key, go. Dab. Time for the next one. All right. Get them all flush. That's not going anywhere. Grab our stock, push out the pin, line up the groove, elastic. That's nice and solid. And there you have it. A fully assembled Kriss Vector for a grand total of $13.27. Ain't she a beauty? Oops. Forgot. Another drawback to building a Kriss Vector yourself. Got to get some iron sights. Okay, so I have the standard flip-up sights. This basic. Then I have these fiber optic flip-up sights. I only paid 20 bucks for them. I think I'm gonna throw these off just to try them out. Because of the stock on the back, I'm just gonna slide the rear sight from the front. Get it lined up where I want it. Front sight back on. There you go. Matter of fact, where we at it, might as well throw a red dot on there. Let's see, Bromeo 5. Oh yeah, that's gonna look real nice. Yeah, like that. Here we have it, our complete bill for $1,347 with the flip-up sights. I'm not going to count the red dot. That's just a little bonus feature, but it's still $150 under MSRP. Alright, so it's not going to do me much good not to have any magazines. So, I have some 17 round magazines. I have a couple 33 round magazines. And a couple 40 round magazines. Just like I would have anyway. I mean, come on. Who would have been satisfied with the one magazine that comes with it? Now, I could stop there, and that would be just fine. But since we're building the Kriss Vector, why not get the Kriss Vector magazine extension, turn the 17s into 40s. Now, you can buy them already put together for $67, but come on, if you don't know me by now, why pay more when you can do it cheaper by yourself? The extension itself costs $37. I got these KCI mags for under 10 bucks. Now it does say on the label that it's only compatible with factory mag link. But just like with the push pins, I'm going to try it out, see how it goes. Plus, this is a build video, so why wouldn't I show you how simple it is? Alright, let's get these out the way. So we can focus on these 17 rounders. Now this one is my KCI. This one is the actual Glock magazine. I use this black extension for the KCI, and I'll use this white extension for the Glock, just so down the line I'll be able to compare and see if there's going to be any problem. This is how. Alright, so let's open this up so we can see what all it comes with. You have the spring. You have your outer sleeve. And you have the inner sleeve. Alright, now this is going to be very simple. First thing you have to do is remove the base plate. What's this? Oh, this is a little tool I got to take Glock magazines off. Found this on Amazon when I bought those set screws. Way easier to take off this base plate without having to pinch and squeeze and tug and pull. Just that simple. Comes right off. Make sure you hold down when you're sliding it off so that you don't lose your spring. Let it slide up. Set that to the side along with the base. Pull out your old spring. Take your follow off. Set that to the side. You're going to need that again. Alright. Now, all you have to do, take the magazine, slide it into your sleeve. Easy to know which way to do it in because just line it up with the holes. Pull that all the way through. First piece. Now get your spring. Put your follower on there. Alright. Now that you have your follower on, a little trick that you can use. Line this 9mm with the 9mm back here. So once you have that lined up, put your spring into the base plate sleeve and just slide the other sleeve in your magazine right over it. It might take a little work. Make sure your follower goes through. And once it does, you'll see it pop right out at the top. Get all the way down. See you hear a click. There you have it. Now we're going to put the white sleeve on the Glock. Oh yeah. That right there. Real good. Smooth transition. That's a beautiful piece of art right there. But wait, there's more. We're also going to install the Kriss Vector modular rail on there to make it really stand out. Since we're talking about stands, we have the UTG D-grip bipod stand. See what I just did there? Right. Let's get back to the table. All right. Now let's open this bad boy up. Of course, I went with the white one. You can see it comes with the 4 screws, Allen key. And as you can see, there's 2 holes on each side, just begging for something to do.
Oblige him.
Now before we slide on the rail, here's a little trick that you can do so that you don't scuff up the barrel shroud. Just slide a piece of plastic over it first, or bubble wrap or paper or anything you got that's going to cover the barrel shroud. Then slide the rail right over the plastic. Once you have it locked in, once you have it lined up, pull the plastic off. And there you go. No damage to your barrel shroud. Grab your screws. Get your blue Loctite. Now this might get a little messy with the white, but we'll clean it up later. Now we can fully tighten them down. Now you have a more extended Picatinny rail on top, so I might set those sights out a little bit further. And you also have another Picatinny rail on the bottom. Really creates a nice look to it. I like how that turned out. Alright, now on to the Combat D-grip with bipod. Nice hefty weight to it. Oh yeah. Nice ergonomic design. And there's your bipod. Open that up. Has a quick detach lever. Snug fit. And there you have it, my complete journey to the Kriss Vector CRV. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. More videos on the way, plus a companion piece for old Chrissy here. Stay tuned. And remember, the truth will set you free. That's why they lied to you.